Terry Farrell in a sci-fi monster movie? Sign me up. Not to mention directed by John Hess. Who is he, you ask? Well, he directed the first Watchers movie and Alligator 2, The Mutation. I've seen both of those movies. I don't remember them, but I've seen them. Well, if the director's not enough to get you excited, how about the writer? Evan Spiliotopoulos. He wrote the screenplay for Outsiders, a classic, Hercules with the Rock, fairly decent, Huntsman Winter's War, okay, so not as good as the first one, and Beauty and the Beast with Emma Watson. She's cute. I didn't watch it, of course, because, singing. But this should be a decent movie, right? Well, let's review 1998's Legion. Not to be confused with Paul Bettany's 2010 Legion, or the Legion television series that's currently running right now. Set in 2036, this movie starts out telling us that they're in the 6th year of a war that spread beyond the Earth to the other colonies. Colonel Fleming is giving Major Agatha Doyle a second chance because she lost all her men on that first mission. Now she is to lead a group of court-martialed prisoners on a mission, each one with a certain set of skills. Corey Feldman is a computer tech guy. Trevor Goddard, who played Kano in Mortal Kombat, is a good killer/serial rapist. It's good to see he's getting different parts.
Private Cutter raped and mutilated 2 fellow soldiers under the influence of intravenous drugs.
I'm the original party animal.
And Parker Stevenson is Captain Aldrich, our misunderstood hero. There's a handful of others, each with different character traits, most of them unlikable. I did, however, like this guy's excuse for being on death row.
What did he do, sir?
He blew up his commanding officer.
I told my CO to cut the red wires. How could I know he was colorblind?
Shut up!
Their mission is to go down to an enemy fuel power plant. Intelligence says there's 2 battalions down there. Each member is given a little black box that's going to record everything, and if they perform well, they'll be given honorable discharges. Sounds simple enough. Doyle is constantly having to push to have her orders followed, and she's having a lot of conflict with Aldrich. At one point before they head down to the planet, she tells him to do 300 push-ups. I guess you don't want his arms working on this mission.
You aren't worthy of leading troops into battle if you don't give a damn about their lives.
200 or the chamber.
It'd be a lot easier to hate your guts if you weren't so pretty.
300. And you, computer expert, count for him.
They get down there, run around, barking orders like cover this, secure that, constantly. Trip a sensor that gets them under fire. Doyle gets grazed, but they manage to knock out the lights, split up, and secure the seemingly empty facility. We do get a monster's POV shot throughout the film, and they do discover a room of bodies, but all their black boxes are missing. They all died in different places and were brought here. Later we learn that they're prisoners too. The group is freaked out and wants to go on the run and get the hell out of there, even though they've run into no enemies and are pretty much by themselves. Aldrich pisses off Doyle when he points out that her following orders is what got her group killed, but he endears herself to her later when he stands up for her when the group wants to kill her and rape her.
We ain't leaving her here alive.
The question is whether we knife her, put a bullet in her ass.
I say we rape her first.
Bad idea. Who asked you? Nobody. I'm not coming with you guys, and I thought you might want to know why.
Why?
Fleming is an asshole, but he's a smart asshole. His scanners pick up the ship taking off. He's gonna blast us out of the sky.
They discover a black box that was hidden and start to decode it. Kano decides to do some drugs and take a nap and then gets killed by a POV monster. Carlson, who's horny and wants to sleep with anyone that will sleep with her, ends up trying to hook up with the POV monster and it kills her. The victims all have their throat crushed and people are getting knocked off one by one and everybody's starting to be suspicious of everybody else. So they send Ryan the explosives expert out to the shuttle to go get more explosives. It explodes and Doyle and Aldrich find him dead out there. Doyle contacts the colonel who stonewalls her and says no reinforcement for 8 hours. They decode the black box and basically hear somebody that's experienced the same things they are. Corey's character tells them that it's kind of like they're in the maze of the Minotaur, that they're being tested.
All of you are trained professional killers. Every one of you. But there's one who is stronger, quicker, faster. And that one is thinning the herd.
He also sees the beast and describes it as a beast man. Is it, Corey? Is it the beast man?
It was... beast. It was man.
It's time to turn He-Man over to a real monster.
When Goodis, the acrobatic rape victim who killed all the men that raped her before never speaking again because of it, is found dead, Kuzmin, who grew a slight attachment to her, overreacts to her death. Like seriously, dude, you barely knew her. Aldrich tells Doyle that his tactical retreat on his last mission is what saved all his men and got him court-martialed. Not every order is worth following, especially if it gets your men killed. Down to 3 left. The physically imposing Poe fights Aldrich, but kindly after stabbing him, throws him on the other side of the door when the monster shows up. Poe naturally dies, but before the attack, Aldrich noticed cameras watching them, so when Doyle arrives, he blames her for being Fleming's inside man.
Have you lost your mind? Unless, of course, it's you, right?
I knew not to trust you. What the hell are you? Some kind of genetically engineered freak? A shapeshifter prototype?
Calm down.
Aldrich kills her, and then Ryan shows up, and he's supposed to be dead, and he tells Aldrich that he's the perfect soldier.
I am the perfect soldier, more aggressive, more alert, more deadly. I am the perfect hunter. Armed with the weapons of man, but the instincts of the lizard. I call me Legion, for we are many.
No, you're one person with some weird DNA lizard splicing. But that doesn't matter. Aldrich, the master strategist, kills him with the help of Doyle. Surprise! She's alive.
We won? You monster! This is a game? Soldiers died because of a game? Ugh!
The Marines and the Colonel show up. As they have passed the test, they want them to join the Legion project, and they explain that their war is just at a stalemate because everybody has the same weapons.
Our firepower, technology, it's identical to the enemy, so they cancel each other out. But with my idea, it's back to the basic unit. Man, genetically programmed. A creature with a primordial mind of a lizard.
Both Agatha and Doyle seemingly are going to refuse and get killed, so Ryan, not quite dead, shoots the Colonel, which allows them to grab weapons from the Marines and kill everybody else. There is a formula in this movie, and if done right, I think it can be successful. But this movie has so much...
Here it is.
So much that it's comical. Is this movie a lot like Hybrid, the one that I reviewed earlier? Yes. Yes, it is. Is it as good? No. No, it isn't. A few tweaks and it could have been. Sadly, it's on the director and the writers. Getting into these characters, building the relationships would have earned some emotional output towards their death. Farrell was fine, but I know from Deep Space Nine she could have been used better. And I liked Aldrich, which is why I say there was a tiny bit of potential in this. Tiny. As always, thanks for watching.